This is your guy? Seriously, Sony guys, this is your fucking guy? This is the guy who's gonna end Xbox and Nintendo? No. Listen, Jim Ryan will either step down, involuntarily resign, or be relieved of his position within the next 2 years. I guarantee it. The heads over at Sony haven't figured it out yet, but the moron is going to cost them so much money. All right? He wants to bring all the games to PC. Well, there goes your console sales, because this is all leading up to one thing. A day-and-date release of a PlayStation exclusive coinciding the same day on PC and PlayStation 5. And let me tell you, those guys over at Sony, not Jim Ryan, he's a moron, but everybody else, the guys running the show, they are not going to be pleased when they see that he has handed over the keys to the fucking kingdom to the PC master race. Okay, they're going to see that everybody's going to buy games on PC now. Nobody wants a PlayStation 5. There's no need for it. Nobody needs a PlayStation 5 if all the games are on PC. This is what Sony and their fanboys have been touting the entire last generation. Oh, well, you don't need an Xbox One. The games are on PC. Yeah, now who doesn't need the console, you dumb motherfuckers? It's already been spoiled that the next games coming to PC are the Nathan Drake collection, God of War. You know, Horizon Forbidden West might be the one, actually, that launches day and date on PC and PS5. Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me at all. And then that starts the slow burn collapse of Sony. Because what's going to happen is Jim Ryan's going to look at this. Motherfucker's going to realize he fucked up big with this mistake. But there won't be any backtracking. They've already committed to it, right? They said a whole slate of PlayStation games are coming to the PC. Well, you can't backtrack on that, Jimmy boy, unless you want to look like even bigger of a clown. So you're going to dump all these PlayStation exclusives on the PC where they will sell better. But also, you're opening it up to piracy. Huge chunk of PC pirates out there never pay a dime for their games. So you're going to see Horizon Forbidden West and God of War and Nathan Drake, all these games plastered all over these torrent sites where you can try it out for free and just not get around to paying for it. Personally speaking, I advocate for the piracy of each and every one of Sony's exclusives because they're just not worth paying for. At the end of the day, these are walking simulators, all right? Everything people criticize Death Stranding for, it's the same shit in Uncharted. It's the same shit in The Last of Us. They're walking simulators. They are not games. Interactive movies, 20-minute cutscenes broken up by 5 minutes of button mashing and QuickTime events. That's all it is. And Jim Ryan knows this. He's trying to... See, Jim Ryan is what we like to call short-term thinker, all right? The motherfucker is so consumed by corporate greed and so focused on his bottom dollar right now that you think he really gives a fuck when Sony folds in 2 or 3 years? Motherfucker's making 6 figures. He's got a retirement plan lined up that he plans to fund off of his short-term profits from Sony, and then just as the ship starts to sink, the alarm bells start to ring, and everything starts going up in flames, he's going to voluntarily resign. He's going to dip. He's going to be like, peace, I'm out, let somebody else clean up the mess. And then going into the next generation, PlayStation is going to be in even worse of a state than they were at the start of the PlayStation 3 generation. We're talking financial ruin, borderline bankruptcy, incompetent leadership, and a failure to deliver on a promise to the consumer that you made at the start of a generation. Those are the 4 key components on how to completely fuck yourself when it comes to business. And Sony knows all about it. They've been there before. But their hindsight is not 20/20. They've taped and covered up the rearview mirror, and they're prone to make the same mistakes again because their leadership is financially incompetent and they lack the business smarts to know how to run their company efficiently. That is the problem with Sony. That is the problem with Jim Ryan. And quite frankly, you can't stop it at this point. You've given this man, an unqualified individual, full reign over the PlayStation division, and he has shown in a matter of years how he looks at this. He is not like Phil Spencer. He is not advocating for gaming and making things more consumer friendly. This dumb motherfucker decided to raise the price of games and controllers by $10. This dumb motherfucker doesn't give a fuck about, again, quoted as saying, old games, and this dumb motherfucker thinks it's worthwhile and a good practice to remain vague and incompetent as far as his leadership skills go. And you don't need to take my word for it, Sony ponies. I know you're getting ready to angrily stomp on your keyboard about how wrong I am. Might want to clean up the crusty jizz from your mouse and keyboard before you do so, and pick the remnants of last night's Cheeto and Dorito marathon off of your table. You're disgusting. I can see you. But you don't need to take my word for it. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart comes out in 2 months. Where's the marketing? Returnal comes out later this month. Where's the marketing? This motherfucker's so incompetent, he doesn't even know how to promote products. Where are the television ads? Where are the YouTube trailers? Where are the deep dives? Where are the state of plays dedicated to showing us, the consumer, what we're buying? He doesn't care enough to do it because his fan base are so diluted, they'll throw now $70 at him for anything that he pumps out. And that will be, motherfuckers, the ultimate downfall of Sony. A company that was on the top of the mountain, who has the dumbest fans, will throw money at anything, that ends up getting ruined financially from a man who does not give a fuck about gaming, does not give a fuck about you, the consumer, and doesn't give a fuck about anything but his own private retirement fund and making sure he keeps as much of your bottom dollar as possible. Gotta give a huge shout out to Good Box on Patreon for the topic. Always delighted when people other than myself know what's going on in this industry, because it used to be a good industry. That's the fact of the matter. But then companies like Sony roll in here, and it's up to us to stop them. Again, thank you, Good Box. Join the Patreon if you are about being a real gamer and you want to get gaming back to where it used to be when it was good, not this bullshit that we're seeing today. Dead fucking metal.